Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am Paul and this is our coverage of the cruise on the parade in sunny Napier on the 2nd of November. We had perfect weather, a massive turnout, and everyone went home with a free gift bag provided courtesy of the event sponsors Mother's Polish, Repco, G3 Auto Detailing and Rapid Dry Towels. But beyond the cars, the real highlight was the cause. This whole event was a fundraiser for St John Hawke's Bay, so every rev of the engine and every smile on the parade helped support an incredible community service. So buckle up, sit back and let's relive the sights, sounds and spirit of one unforgettable morning in Napier.
Hey, you had a good day?
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Here's Tony from G3 Auto Detailing, turning heads at the show just like he turns cars into showstoppers.
Hey, you missed a bit.
Alright!
You called me all the names under the sun.
Yeah, I'll be on YouTube later. I'll be waiting to see us.
There you go.
You know, bright shiny lights on your video.
Of course. Depends how long it takes me.
Yeah, if you didn't know, this is my own Jaguar XKR that Tony's giving a quick bit of a spritz up. Thank you for that, Tony. It certainly made a difference.
Definitely looks shinier than it did when I parked it.
That's the point. Yep. That's the whole point.
This lovely blue car is a 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. Production of this car was massive. Chevrolet built about 450,000 Chevelles in 1969 alone, but only a fraction of those were SS models. The SS 396 alone sold over 86,000 units, making it one of the most popular muscle cars of its time. Here we have a 2010 Dodge Viper. This is the SRT10 Final Edition. This Final Edition model was a rare send-off for the 4th generation Viper, with only 50 cars built across 3 body styles. That makes this one of the most exclusive Vipers ever produced. This lovely McLaren is the 2018 570S Coupe. This is the Sports Series, produced from 2015 until 2021.
Yeah.
This very tidy car is a 1965 Dodge Coronet. This model marked Dodge's return to the mid-size market, and while it might look like a straightforward family car, it very quietly laid the groundwork for some of Mopar's most legendary muscle machines. The Coronet could be optioned with serious V8s, including the 426 Hemi in limited numbers. And here are two cars I don't believe we've seen before at the Cruise on the Parade. They're both Ferraris. The first is a 2013 Ferrari California. This car was a turning point. It kept Ferrari's front-engine GT tradition alive while making the brand more approachable. Around 70% of California buyers were new to the Ferrari brand. Parked beside it is a 2009 Ferrari California. This was the first Ferrari with a front-mounted V8, breaking tradition with the mid-engine layout of previous models. The California was the first Ferrari with a folding metal hardtop, transforming from coupe to convertible in just 14 seconds. This is a 1958 Edsel Corsair. It's remembered as part of one of Detroit's biggest failures, but in reality it was a well-equipped, powerful and innovative car. Note the deep dish steering wheel designed to reduce chest injuries in a crash. The failure of the car had more to do with timing and marketing than with the car itself. Today these Corsairs are prized by collectors. And with such flamboyant styling, I'm not surprised. It's a lovely thing. Now here's an interesting car, obviously a hot rod. But it's registered as a replica Ford Coupe, but it isn't a factory Ford at all. It's a New Zealand registered scratch-built car that went through the Low Volume Vehicle Technical Association certification system. Judging by the styling, I guess this one is probably based on a 1933 Ford Deuce Coupe, which is a hot rod icon. Builders often use fiberglass bodies with a custom steel chassis. It's fantastic work any way you look at it. Just look at the quality there. There really were some very special cars at the show this month, and here's another. This one is a 1948 Cadillac DeVille. It represented a turning point in Cadillac history. It was the debut of tail fins, a move towards pillarless hardtops, and the beginning of the DeVille name as a symbol of prestige, which bridged the gap between Cadillac's pre-war conservatism and its post-war dominance in style and luxury. And when you consider this was built only 3 years after the end of World War II, that really is a sumptuous interior. This lovely car is a 2009 Jaguar X-Type, built in the final year of production for this compact executive saloon. Jaguar built about 355,000 units in total, but only a small number of 2009 models were produced, making them relatively rare. This next car is the 1955 Bel Air. More than a car, it was a statement of post-war optimism. With its small block V8, modern styling and mass appeal, it transformed Chevrolet's image and set the stage for the golden age of American performance cars. This example is the two-door hardtop and was especially popular. And it really is no surprise that today this is one of the most sought-after American classics. And parked beside the Volvo P1800 of the Saint, crikey, it's a Chevrolet Impala, and this model marked the return of the signature 3-round taillights per side. This became one of the Impala's most enduring styling features. While I love the wild design excess of some other models like the Bel Air or the Ford Thunderbird, I think the Impala is probably my favourite of the American classics. Now another hot rod. This one's based on the design of a 1927 Ford Model T. Beautiful work, just look at that. Do you see the rocker head design there? Great interior. This really is a fantastic piece of work. Now look at this old beauty from MG. I don't believe I've ever seen one of these before. It's a 1937 MG VA DHC and is a rare pre-war MG that combined quite advanced features such as hydraulic brakes, adjustable shocks that you could actually control from the dashboard, and built-in jacks, all with elegant Tickford coachwork. It represented MG's push into the luxury touring market before World War II, and today it's prized as one of the most refined and technically interesting MGs of the pre-war era. Records suggest that only about 2,407 VAs were built between 1937 and 39, making this DHC variant especially rare today. This black car caught my eye, obviously a Chevrolet, according to the registration, based on the 1955 model. I don't know a lot about it. It's clearly a hot rod, so significantly deviated from what it was originally, but it looks kind of mean. I quite like it. Look at the black interior, very dark but very beautiful. It's a great job, and I only wish I knew a bit more about it. Oh wow, just look at the upholstery with the piping and the logo. I love that. This is a 1957 Oldsmobile 88. This car embodied the rocket age spirit with its powerful V8, futuristic styling and racing credibility. NASCAR legends like Lee Petty and his son Richard raced Oldsmobile 88s in the late 1950s. At Daytona, a J2 equipped Olds reportedly hit 144 miles per hour in a standing mile. This astonished officials and led to restrictions on the setup going forward. This black beauty is a 1953 Wolseley 680. The 680 became the archetypal British police car of the 1950s. About 25,000 were built between 1948 and 54, and survivors today are relatively rare, especially outside the UK. This Mini from 1973, looking very, very tidy, appears to be completely standard. It's quite lovely. This is a 1969 MGC, definitely a misunderstood classic. Marketed as a sports car but engineered as a GT, it never found its audience at the time, but today it stands as a rare, refined and historically important car. The 2002 model year marked a facelift for the Boxster 986, with new headlights, bumpers and a glass rear window replacing the earlier plastic one. The 2002 Boxster proved that Porsche could still build a car that was affordable, practical and still a true driver's machine. This lovely little car is a 1946 Ford Businessman's Coupe. It was marketed to travelling salesmen, and instead of a rear seat it had a large package shelf and extra storage space, which meant it was also popular with police forces and government agencies. After the end of World War II, the Business Coupe became a popular hot rod base. With its lighter body, big engine bay and sleek roofline, it's ideal for customization. This 1958 Chevrolet Impala was a one-year-only design that introduced the nameplate and set the stage for one of America's most iconic cars. It was in fact the top trim level of the Bel Air series and didn't become its own model line until 1959. Chevrolet sold over 180,000 Impalas in 1958, despite a recession that year. Its popularity helped cement the Impala as a permanent part of their lineup. This 1973 Chevrolet Corvette represents a true bridge year. It was the last with a chrome rear bumper, the first with a rubber front bumper, and the final convertible until the mid-1980s. Chevrolet added extra insulation to make the Corvette quieter and more refined. This was part of a push to make it more comfortable for long-distance driving. The subtle ducktail rear spoiler seen on 70 to 73 models disappeared after this year, making it the last Corvette with this styling cue. Midway through 1963, Ford introduced the Galaxy 500 Sports Hardtop. They went on to build over 535,000 Galaxies in 1963, including nearly 100,500 fastback coupes. This made it one of Ford's best-selling full-size cars of the era. This is the 66 Chevrolet Caprice, and this was the first year the Caprice became a full model line, not just an Impala trim. It was marketed as the most luxurious Chevrolet yet built. This is a 1983 Ford Cortina, and this car was part of the final chapter of the Cortina story. And while production had ended in the UK in 1982, it continued in New Zealand and South Africa into 1983 to 4, making these cars, including this one, unusual survivors of a model already replaced in Europe by the Sierra. This is a 1964 Chevrolet Impala. It was the last of the early Impalas and later became a symbol of lowrider and hip-hop culture, which naturally I know all about. This is a 1959 Ford Thunderbird. It was the second year of the square bird generation and the first Thunderbird to outsell Chevrolet's Corvette. It marked a turning point, transforming the Thunderbird from a sporty two-seater into a personal luxury car. This is a Riley Elf. They were built from 1961 to 1969, with 69 marking the end of the Riley brand itself under British Leyland's rationalisation. The Wolseley Hornet was also discontinued that year, both based on the Mini, of course. This car is a 2009 Dodge Avenger with a 2.7 V6 engine. It features a flexi-fuel system, which means it can run on ethanol. Significantly, it's owned by the event organiser, Neville Mackay. Neville's lovely wife, Carol, can be seen in the passenger seat. Here's something I've never heard of or seen before, rocker cover racing. I didn't know that was a thing. It's a shame they weren't running when I walked by. And this car's a bit of fun, another hot rod. This one first registered in 2014 and modelled in the style of an old Ford Model T. Lovely job there, some good workmanship, it looks like a lot of fun. I'm sure I've seen the plate 666 here before. Of course, it's the 1966 Ford Mustang. This model represents the peak of first generation Mustang's popularity with record-breaking sales. It's a cornerstone of Mustang history and is one of the most beloved classic cars across the planet. This is a 1969 Dodge Coronet. This car appears to be a Super B introduced in '68, which was Dodge's answer to the Plymouth Roadrunner. In '69 it gained a 6-pack 440 option, which included 2-barrel Holley carburetors rated at 390 horsepower, so it bridged the gap between the 383 Magnum and the mighty 426 Hemi. I love the paint finish on this 2016 Ford Mustang 5-litre fastback. This was the first time Ford had built the Mustang in right-hand drive from the factory, thus allowing official sales in markets like the UK, Australia, New Zealand and Japan, which ended decades of enthusiasts having to import and convert cars themselves. Also, for the first time in Mustang history, it came with independent rear suspension, which dramatically improved handling and ride comfort. Look at this 1970 Ford Falcon Ute. This is the XW series and lovingly known as the Hawke. Very suitable, the green colour is perfect for it. This model represents bold new styling. It had V8 power and a workhorse body and really flirted even with the muscle car image. So it's a rare and collectible piece of the golden era of Ford down under in Australia and New Zealand. This black on black beastie is a 2011 Chevrolet Camaro 2SS RS convertible, and as you can see, it's for sale. The seller's phone number is there. If you just pause the video, you can give him a call. This was the first drop top Camaro since 2002. The 2SS trim included leather upholstery, Boston Acoustics premium audio, heated seats and a heads-up display. This made it more of a Grand Tourer than a stripped-down muscle car. While Chevrolet built over 88,000 Camaros in 2011, only a fraction were convertibles, making the 2SS RS convertible a relatively rare sight compared to coupes. This hot rod is actually registered as a 1974 Ford Model T. It appears to be based on an actual Ford Model T, but without being able to speak to the owner, I couldn't verify that. Either way, great looking car. It looks like a lot of fun. If you know more about the car, please let us know in the comments. This lovely car is a 1961 Ford Anglia 105E. And it wasn't just another small saloon when it came onto the market in the UK. It was a styling statement and a technical leap. With its reverse rake window, new Kent engine and being surprisingly sophisticated, it helped to modernise Ford's image in Britain. It also became famous as the flying car in the Harry Potter movies long after the car ceased production. This is a 2006 Chevrolet Corvette, which really packed a punch with its 6-litre V8, producing 400 horsepower and could reach 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.2 seconds, faster than many European sports cars of the era.
Got the light to make toys.
Oh wow. Well, look at that.
It's all to do with spark plug.
Oh yeah.
And that's a shopping trolley.
This white car is a 2010 Lamborghini Gallardo. Its platform and V10 engine were shared with the Audi R8 V10, although they were tuned differently. Lamborghini's version was louder, rawer and more aggressive. Some Gallardos, including 2010 models, were used as Italian police cars. They were equipped with radar cameras and even a refrigerated compartment for organ transport. Somehow I'm not surprised. Despite its wild looks, the Gallardo was considered one of the most usable Lamborghinis ever. Now this vehicle is familiar to me. It's a 1970 VW Combi owned by my friend Craig. Craig runs a Van2Go, a tourism business based in Napier, and you can hire Craig and the Combi for a very good tour around the area, including wineries. And I'll pause on his details on the door in just a moment when you've had a look. Combis were assembled locally in Australia and New Zealand from CKD kits, which made them more affordable and popular in these markets.
Morning. Hey.
Well, as we can see, cars are beginning to leave the display field, so it just remains to thank once again the sponsors of the event: Mother's Polish, Repco, G3 Auto Detailing and Rapid Dry Towels. We must also show our appreciation to the lead organiser, Neville McKay, along with the Roman Chrome team and in particular Hannah. Finally, thanks to you, the owners, for bringing your cars along, all to help the very good cause St John in Hawke's Bay. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe if you want to be notified when the next video drops, and please do comment below. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts, and I do always respond.
Hey, you had a good day? Yeah, good. Yourself? Looking good?